Hey guys, how are you? Cameron here. Today what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can cook restaurant quality steak at home and get it cooked to your liking. Alright, so what I've got here is I've got some rib fillet steak. I've chosen rib fillet because it's an awesome cut. It's got a nice marble of fat through it. It's really hard to mess up if you use something like this because it will always remain moist due to that fat content. And the first thing we do is I'm just going to marinate this steak, and all I'm doing is just some rosemary, fresh from my garden, some salt, I like lots of salt, and just some oil. Now, you'll notice I don't use pepper, and as I've spoken about before, I don't like to put pepper on things before they cook because I feel like the pepper burns and you can get that burnt taste through it. And I don't use olive oil for this because olive oil burns at a lower heat than vegetable oils, and again, you run the risk of getting burnt flavors through your food. When cooking a steak, it's always important that we are not using like fridge cold temperature steaks. We want something, we want to bring it up close to room temperature. So what we've done is we've got that in there now, and I'm just going to set that aside until the temperature's nice and it's ready to go. Now, a trick that I was taught when I was still a kid, when learning how to cook steaks, was to use the ball part of your thumb here to tell how cooked it is. Now, I use my left hand to press it with this one, and that's a rare steak. Fold this one down, that's medium rare, that's medium, medium well, and well done. So the way to do that is just press your hand, press your steak, and you can feel back and forth until you're getting up to the point where it's cooked to your liking. All right, so now we're gonna get into it. All right, so we're back here, now we're ready to cook the steak. So I've got my hot plate. This thing is like the bane of my existence. It always seems to be my problem. Just getting used to it. So I've got my hot plate on. Add a bit of oil. Now the steak has been sitting there in the rosemary, salt and oil. I don't want any rosemary on the steak. I just want that flavour to come through it. And then as I was talking about earlier, when cooking it, just remember where you want it. I like mine medium rare, so I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to aim for that. Never put anything into a cold pan, so just give it time to heat up. You can generally feel the heat. I just touch it. Wait till it's too hot. Hear that nice little sizzle there? Season again. So just going to give this 3 minutes on each side. We're going to 3 minutes, flip it, 2 minutes. We're going to add some butter. Then we're going to pull it out and we're going to rest it for 4 minutes. So if, like me, you have a mind like a sieve, clock out, timer on, stopwatch. Let's roll. You'll hear lots of different things, people saying only turn a steak once, turn a steak every 20 seconds. I find I turn it once. Sometimes if I'm working on a char grill, I will turn it just to get the crisscross char marks, but that's it. I haven't found it makes too much of a difference. The key to having tender steak is in the resting, because you can think when there's so much heat going into that, the muscles contract and tense, and then when you rest it, it all relaxes. I should really get a butter sponsorship for the amount I use. Western Star. Turn that over now. Season it. Bit much heat coming through this. There we go. Again, just feeling that. Never feel around the edges because the edges are always going to be thinner, closer. It always pays to feel at the largest point of the steak. Rump steak's a really tough one to work with just because there are so many muscles running different ways. So if you're new to cooking steak, the best one to start with is a rib fillet. Feel that now, that's getting nice there. Pretty much right where I want it. Simple as that. Now we just leave it to rest and get ready to serve it. So I'm going to leave that rest for 4 minutes now. You can have your timer running again, or you can just sit and wait. Now we play the waiting game. So if you ever go to a restaurant and you get a steak and your plate's just covered in blood, it's because it hasn't been rested. You can see here the juices all just coming out of that. So that's why it's important to rest it. There's nothing worse, and especially when they put the chips under the steak and then they're just soaked. You can feel that starting to tender up. Oh, yeah. All right, so our steak's finished resting. Season, salt, now pepper. Have a look at that. That is perfectly cooked steak.